Hey everybody, it's your girl Bondy Blue and I'm back for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 6, the finale. I'm so glad it's over, okay? Because I just really felt like we were dragging this season out. And I also feel as if Moniece was supposed to be a bigger part of the show than she actually turned out to be. I just finished reading this 4-page letter she put on her Instagram about how the editing is not right when it comes to the show and how they depict her. And there's a scene where she's discussing this breakdown she's had, and it seems as if she's had a breakdown in front of little Cam. And little Cam wants to know why he can't have a regular mom, you know, and they just kind of edited it in a way that made it seem like it was all the same instance. And as much as I love Moniece, I want for Moniece to realize that it doesn't even matter. I understand that people see you having a hard time and they equate that to what's going on with Lil Fizzle Pop in April. But if anybody's been paying attention this entire time, we can just about guess that Moniece has had depression, anxiety issues for years, which is why she didn't have Cam at the beginning of the show when they first came on, and everybody wanted to call her a bad mother because she gave the little boy to his daddy to raise because she was having a hard time. At the end of the day, you should be able to do that. The way you niggas just leave and walk away from children, there's a mom out there somewhere that should be able to pass her child over to the father while she gets herself together, okay? And that is what Moniece did. We fast forward 6 years later, and Moniece is very much a part of her son's life. But there are times when it is difficult for her. And I understand that. Life is difficult for everybody. And anybody that's ever gone through depression knows it is not something that you just snap out of. It is something that you work towards. It is something, especially if you have it really bad. You really have to get on medication, have extensive therapy, go to an inpatient situation. Like, it's not just happening on Love and Hip Hop. This was a part of the storyline on All American tonight too. Layla finally got the help she needed. But yeah, I just feel like Moniece needs to understand that regardless to how they edited the situation is still the same. You're still having a hard time. Your son's father is still an asshole. And yeah, you're on Love and Hip Hop and you can't get off because you're under contract. We understand, Moniece. When is the contract up? How many years did you sign your life away to Mona for? Like, because I feel like, goddamn, how many seasons do you have to do before you can get out of this? You know, I just want Moniece to do whatever is healthy for her and herself and her family. And if that means getting off Love and Hip Hop, then that means getting off of Love and Hip Hop, because she wasn't giving anything anyway. Like, as much as we've gotten from her in past seasons, this was absolutely nothing. Okay, Lil Fizzle Pop and April's aggravation was literally nothing when you think about all of the things that have happened with Moniece on this show. So Moniece, girl, find a way to get out this contract and get your ass off this show so you can get your life together. Because if you sitting up there having phone conversations with producers all pissed off about the way they edit stuff, then you really have missed the mark as far as I'm concerned. It's a reality show. It's a reality show. And I know it affects your life in a real way, but I need for you to understand at this point that you don't have control over post-production, and all you can do is be who you are and then get on social media and tell people what the real is once the show is over. Okay, Moniece need a YouTube page. I just don't understand why, after all these years, you would let something like the way they edit this show affect you like that. Girl, let this show be what it is. These people gonna have something to say anyway. Get your check and work on yourself. But don't be sitting up here arguing with these production people about the way they edit this damn show, Moniece. Like, girl, they've made you look like a bad mother. There's nothing else that they can do to you that is as bad as what they did to you when you first came on this show. So let it go, Momo, let it go. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the actual episode. Hold up, let me go to the notes. Okay, so the episode actually started off with Lyrica BOC, Bride of Chucky, okay, hey China girl, and Lyrica going back and forth. Did I say Brittany B was there? I hope I said she was there. I'm tired, y'all, okay? This cough has stayed with me, and you know, I need to take this medicine, and so yeah, that's why I'm at with it. I'm sorry, but yeah, so Lyrica was trying to have a civilized conversation with Brittany, but Brittany decided to come there and repeat on site over and over again. So once she pushed the table and she's just running her mouth, Lyrica Lyrica just starts throwing shit. And Bride of Chucky is just like, I am not getting paid enough for y'all to be messing up my hair. Like, this is too much, okay? They escort Brittany out of the building. I'm confused by that. Like, Brittany, granted, started this, but Lyrica is over there throwing shit, and she's not the person y'all bring outside. Brittany B is the one that y'all bring outside. I said, okay, I guess she was closer to the dope. I get it, production, whatever y'all gotta do. But she's outside, and BOC goes out there. Come on, Brittany. We need to act like adults and have a conversation. Let's go back inside. You started it, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, letting her know you came to the table with stank-ass energy. So when you get that stank-ass energy back, don't play victim. Okay, basically. But she wouldn't stop acting stupid. So BOC was like, okay, Brittany, bye, girl. I don't have time for this. I was like, all right, BOC. BOC said, bitch, this ain't my life. I don't have time for this. Okay, I'm going to go back inside and let you continue to look a fool out here. And Brittany, see, this is why we can't root for you. We can't root for you because you don't know when to stop looking like the bad guy. like, please don't get it confused. None of us are that fond of Lyrica. Not all that much. She's kind of aggravating. She's hella talented. She's a beautiful girl, but she's insecure and she's annoying as shit. Okay? So yes, if you would have played your position correctly, you would have been a new fan favorite and people would have been having your back, okay? But you come on here and you grandstand and act like you're above some shit, but then you're with the petty the way you are. And so there's nothing we can do now that people want to continue to drag you because you put yourself in this situation. You coming to the table with Lyrica the way you did prove that this is from some deep-rooted jealousy that you must have for this girl and not really because of anything she said about you. A lot of people thought it was messed up that you call Ocean oyster. I think it's still hilarious, and I had to edit this a couple of times because I kept saying oyster. Y'all, Immature, okay, is rehearsing for their little show. Okay, I don't know what happened to the tour, but we're doing a little show in LA so that we can see, you know, if people are receptive to Immature getting back together, okay? J-Bug and Paris are there just being as goofy as they want to be. And I think that Paris wishes she had the comedic timing of Ray J. Because then Ray J comes in with an entourage, a dog whose leash he just lets go. I was like, you just gonna let the leash go? Everybody was like, say, bro, you gonna leave your dog right there? Oh, he potty trained. It's good. It's good. Let me see what the energy is like on stage. Hold up. Now, they was in the middle of rehearsing, but I guess they was like, you know, go ahead and give him the stage. I ain't got time for this. Marcus disappeared, I guess, to go make sure he, you know, wiped the Beijing off his forehead so it don't get on his outfit, you know. So he gets up on stage and he starts going through how he want his set to go. Okay, he was like, we're gonna bring out the one wish and we're gonna have the rain coming down. Okay, and then, you know, I'm gonna rise up out the stage and then I'm gonna be crying. It's gonna be hard for me to keep the tears back because I'm gonna be real emotional right here at this point. I'm gonna be real teary-eyed. J-Boog says, time out, son. This is not the tour. This is just a performance. Ray J is like, it's not the tour. Oh, well, I'm a little upset now. The funny part was when he was like, no rain. And somebody was like, I think it might have been LBD or Jerome or one of them was like, we can throw some water on your ass. They were just sitting there like, this nigga here. We ain't going on tour with this nigga. No, we not going on tour with this nigga. No. Get Lloyd in here, okay? Lloyd can get it shorty or something. Get him in here. Ain't this nigga with this one wish, okay? Here with the rain and all of that. But J-Boog says if the test goes well, they can get some rain, okay? And that's what Ray J really wants, you know? Go hard, go home. I was already at home, okay? Trying to get away from Pranky's ass. So Mr. Ray and Yo-Yo try to have a mini intervention with Apple Watts, who shows up defensive and kind of sort of on one, okay? She doesn't understand why everyone is tripping. Ain't nothing wrong with me, okay? I drink every now and again. Y'all might have caught me slipping once or twice. So what? Everybody out here drinking, okay? It's not a big deal, all right? I'm like, it's not a big deal, huh? But you losing opportunities. And you keep talking the same shit about, oh, people mad because I'm being myself. And it's like, it's a hard pill to swallow that being yourself will not make you money sometimes. Okay? It's a hard pill to swallow, Apple. But let's be real. You're not being yourself. You are being the fractured, broken version of Apple Watts. Apple Watts needs to heal herself. But see, Apple Watts is one of these hood booger bitches that feel like, nah, I ain't doing all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't ever want to really commit to fixing the issue. Y'all like to be fucked up. Y'all think that shit is cute. So you gonna continue to talk this shit about how you just being yourself when really you're an alcoholic and you have emotional issues that you need therapy for. And instead of going to do that and bettering yourself so you can get to your bag, you decide that I'm gonna be myself and stay in the struggle. If you think that's a good example to your son, what you get online and do, you are sadly mistaken. And I wonder how old you gonna have to get before you realize it. But Yo-Yo just asked how she's been doing. How you been doing? Oh, I've been minding my business. Oh, okay. First you're talking to Yo-Yo. Calm your ass down, okay? Stop cursing. Cut the curse words out myself, y'all. I forgot. Yo-Yo is trying to remind Apple she has goals to attain. So she needs to focus. Apple starts talking about how, well, if you would have been out there like I was at 15, I've been out in this world by myself since I was 15 years old. I've been out here selling my body to people in exchange for money. I had to live out here. If you've been through what I've been through, you drink too. I said, this is true, Apple. This is true. But at the same time, sis, are you going to let what happened to you when you was 15 years old dictate your life while you in your 30s? Is that what you going to do? Because that's a recipe for dysfunction and disaster and for you not being able to realize your dreams because you couldn't get out your own way. Okay? Your childhood being messed up is not an excuse for you not to do better when somebody is presenting you with the knowledge that you need to do better. Okay, you know how they say, when you know better, you do better? Somebody's telling you, so now you know. Do better. Okay, do better. Cut down with the drinking. When you in your feelings, get on the phone with somebody who you can trust that's not going to screenshot your conversation. Go off on the phone to somebody that you care about. But stop getting online and showcasing yourself as this out of control person. Yo-Yo also told her that she needed to get better friends because you don't need to be hanging around with Lyrica's misery loves company ass because she can't fight and you ready to fight. So you got friends that's getting you in foolishness that don't have nothing to do with you. At the end of the day, Apple, going back and forth with Summer Bunny bitch was not your business. You did not need to be involved in that. Even though we was appreciative of somebody threatening to whip her ass because she was working on everybody's nerves. You still did not need to put yourself in a position where as soon as you heard that she was at the door, you taking everything off and trying to fight Lyrica's battles while she sits there cackling in glee that somebody is bucking for her non-fighting ass, okay? So I really feel like Apple needs to reel it in, okay? Reel it the in. Ray gets emotional because apparently they're good friends and they talk all the time and he's scared that he's gonna call her one day and she's not gonna answer the phone. Y'all think that y'all can't, get home drunk laying on your back and you're so drunk and passed out that you throw up and you choke on your own vomit and you die. It can happen. It's happened to one of my family members' and it's one of the saddest things that has ever happened, okay? So do us a favor and get your life together because you have children to look after, okay? And you're sitting up there acting like what you doing is for them, but you don't really take care of them, and what you show them is unstable. So you can talk all of this shit all you want to at the end credits. But at the end of the day, you have not changed. You have not gotten anything together. And you have to want it for yourself before we can want it for you, Apple. Lyrica meets up with her mom and K. Michelle. Lyrica talks about the Brittany B drama. And K says that is nothing to fight about. That is small, girl. Don't even worry about that, okay? You know I'm not trying to get caught up in between what y'all got going on because K. Michelle is cool with Brittany as well, okay? Lyrica says that she's mad that Brittany thinks that she's even something for her to worry about. She got all this stuff going on with her family and her husband, and she don't have time to be fighting or worrying about Barney B, as she likes to call her. Like, I can't stand that shit. I love you. You hate me. Like, what the fuck? Lyrica tells them she thinks it might be time for her to get her own place, okay? She's still hotel hopping. Things have not gotten better with A1, so maybe it's time for her to find her own place to stay. I say, girl, you should have been got your own place. That'll really let that know something, okay? Staying staying at a hotel means that you eventually gonna come home because that's expensive, okay? You getting your own place is something of another sort. Lyrica number 1 feels like her daughter doesn't need to stay in any type of relationship that's unhealthy for her, so she needs to just go ahead and move on. That's what Lyrica mama wanted to do, move on. We all want Lyrica to move on because A1 is just not, he's not for this. He is too emotionally immature to be married the way that you want to be married. And in all honesty, so are you. Okay, y'all are emotionally immature. Y'all don't know how to have conversations without arguing, without it getting heated. And then I also feel like y'all use that baby in one way or another in y'all arguments, and I don't like that. Okay, I'm not saying that she's keeping him from his child. That's not the case at all. But I still feel like in some type of way you having a baby right there while you going off on a nigga, like, you know what I'm saying, holding the baby while you cursing nigga, all of that, I feel like all of that is negative energy around your baby, and what you need to do is get that away from you. And if that means divorcing A1's philandering boy ass, then go ahead and do that. So A1 in his tracksuit meet Lyrica at the park. It's been rocky. Okay, it's been rocky ever since Yo-Yo's party. He hasn't even mentioned the side situation because, you know, he don't even feel like going through all of that. Lyrica tells him that she doesn't like that he's still hanging out late, and he's not being mindful of the fact that this is something that is bothersome for her. So if I'm in a doghouse and I'm trying to get back in good with my wife, why do I continue to hang out late? He feels like it's business. He's working. Everything can't stop because they having marital issues. He can't lose out on money. She like, well, you about to lose your wife, so I guess you need to choose which is more important at that moment, okay? But see, the thing that aggravates me about him is you say you're sorry, you say you messed up, and then when you still continue to exhibit the same behavior and she comes to you with it again, you then turn around and act like you haven't done anything wrong, talking about I'm not in the doghouse. Sir, what do you think is happening right now? Why do you think you and your wife are not really together right now? It is because you are in the doghouse for cheating. And whenever she says that, he has to bring up how she cheated. And then she has to run down the timeline of how we got back together. I felt bad. I actually got a paternity test done when I knew good and goddamn well that you was the pappy. But I did that to make you feel better because you put all the blame on me, like you weren't the one that was cheating and that caused me to go and do what I did. Not to say that makes it right, but you were doing the most. And maybe if you worked on your family and your wife instead of going out here messing with all of these females that you like to mess with, maybe you would be able to retain your family. I don't understand what the hell is going on with A1. Like, I really am starting to think he on drugs or something. Everybody's on drugs. But you know what I'm saying? Like something that really alters your personality, because I'm trying to understand why in one moment you say you want to be with her, you say you want your family, but then when you're around her, you can't take responsibility. She made mistakes too. The last time somebody cheated, it was you. And it was after the baby, after the vow renewal or the wedding or whatever. And y'all did all of that stuff after Lyrica cheated. So you took her back. You can't continue to complain about her cheating because you took her back. You had a paternity test, you had a baby, y'all did all of this together, and then you turned around and still cheated with the summer bunny bitch. So it's just like, it's exhausting. And if I was her, I wouldn't want to deal with him just because he is a soul suck. He is an energy suck, and don't nobody have time for that. Tell my ass, get your ass on then. She says that she called him here to let him know that she got her own place and that she wants a divorce. So every season, K. Michelle goes back and forth between Atlanta and Hollywood. At the end of Hollywood, there's always a get-together to send her off back to Atlanta. Okay, this is a party for her to rejoice in her greatness. I said, girl, whatever. We just needed something to tape, okay? Safe sex and paychecks, all right? So Lyrica number 1 is there, and it's so hilarious to watch her and K. Michelle interact because she wanted to beat K. Michelle's ass last season, but now everybody cool, okay? They discuss how she's stepping out on faith by going back to Atlanta to do this R&B album and this country album and the 2 babies that are coming and this and that. And the thing that bothers me about K. Michelle sometimes is that I feel like you're always trying to create this new reality, and I never hear your son a part of that new reality. And it could be because they edited it out. It could be because you ain't say it. Who knows? But all in all, I don't like that whenever K. Michelle is talking about creating this new life for herself, her son is never in the equation. Like, she done just gave that boy up to her mama and her daddy, and that's who he for now. You know what I'm saying? The two new babies, they gonna be for her. I don't like that, and I don't know how that little boy feels about that whenever he sees stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I just had to point that out because I had seen that. So y'all, Pam shows up to the party. Pam and her side pony and her onesie. Girl, show up. Because she said she don't like the way Lyrica treat her son. As a wife, she don't treat her son like she's supposed to. I said, oh, Lord, Pam, we ain't had not another with you for most of the season, and here you come with this foolishness, okay? Now, Lyrica, number one, she already see it. Look, don't come over here with all of that, okay? Don't come here with the mess, all right? Just keep the energy polite, all right? She walk off with K. Michelle because Pam would like to speak to Lyrica, and Lyrica obliges. So they sit down, and she says, you know, he told me that you left. And she was like, I tried. And y'all, when I looked at Lyrica, I felt like she was about to cry, and I felt bad for her. I really think that there is some producing that happens, but in some of these situations, these people are actually going through whatever they're showcasing on this show. Because Lyrica is not a good enough actor for her to be giving what she was giving me through that screen. And everything she was giving me was sadness. She even said, I didn't want to leave. Like, it's obvious that she just wants him to care and consistently care. Don't just care for a day or two and then decide to start acting like an asshole. I think that you don't want to talk about her possibly having another guy, but you gonna act like, you know, you hurt by it. Like, the way he was acting towards her was obviously him acting out because they told him that she was messing around with some dude. Say that then. Say what it is, okay? But don't sit up here and say that you're not even gonna talk about that because y'all trying to work on y'all's situation and then completely stop working on it without telling her that that's what you're doing. Communicate, talk, okay? So your mama coming over here to try to check somebody is like, sis, you did not show that young man what a solid marriage looks like. So for you to ever come to his wife like she's the blame, I have an issue with that. Because you didn't show him what to do, which is why he don't know what to do. Just like her mom didn't show her what to do, okay? Granted, these are two grown people, but don't come here to blame Lyrica when your son is the cheater a lot of the time, okay? And he also disrespects and mistreats her. She's not perfect, but neither is he. So you shouldn't be nowhere in this equation. But really, y'all, Pam came there because Pam was upset. And Pam wanted to see how Lyrica was feeling because she said she is actually sad to see that they not living together no more. That's not what she wanted, but she also wants to make sure she still has a place in her grandchild's life. That's what she came there for. Okay, I want to make sure everything good because if y'all not going to be together, that's not what I want. Lyrica was like, I thought you would be happy. She was like, no, you know that's not what I want. I think deep down Pam is just crazy, but she loves Lyrica and she loves her grandchild. I even think she loves Lyrica G. That's her little partner. You can tell that they be getting along sometimes, okay, that they have a good time together. But ultimately, that lady just want to make sure that if y'all gonna not be together, I have a place in my grandchild's life. That's all that conversation was about, and I was appreciative that it wasn't no drink throwing or mama screaming and hollering, cussing each other out, throwing chairs. I was so happy for that. At some point, Lyrica G had joined the conversation when she realized it was going in a positive direction because Pam was just saying that their relationship wasn't built on a strong enough foundation. They rushed into everything, and they absolutely did rush into everything. So everybody had common sense in this moment, and I was just astonished and surprised, but happy for it. So y'all, Moniece is performing on a stage with a track with a few extras in a crowd, you know. But she sounded great. She really did sound good. And I mean, you know what it reminded me of? Have y'all ever seen Sparkle from back in the day? And this is when Sparkle had, not Sparkle, Sister. This is when Sister was on drugs real bad. And, you know, they showed the montage of her, you know, going to get drugs from people. And then she singing this song that Donny Hathaway wrote called Giving Up. Y'all, it is one of the most heart-wrenching songs that anybody has ever put together, okay? But Donny Hathaway is good for you know, making people cry whenever you listen to his music, okay? Whatever was going on with him emotionally, he definitely put that into his music. But she's singing the song, Giving Up, so hard to do when you really love someone. Giving up, so hard to do, and I try, but I just can't turn them loose. When my light of hope is burning dim, but in my heart I prayed it. Like she was through, okay? Like I know I'm singing, but I'm trying to get y'all to understand. She was through, okay? And that was the energy I was getting from Monique. Like she's getting up there, you know, singing this song, but she's so not right, like in her little spirit, and you could tell. Booby came there to support her. And so she and Booby sit down and talk, and then her cousin, Dr. Allie, who is also a life coach, comes over. And she talks about this situation I was telling y'all about at the beginning of the episode, where she's having a hard time. And she calls Lil Fizzle Pop. He's not answering the phone. So she swallows her pride and calls April. April answers the phone, hands the phone to Lil Fizzle Pop. She says, I'm having a hard time right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it through this week. I might need your help with Cam. He says, call your parents, call somebody else, don't call me. Hangs the phone up. I really wish Lil Fizzle Pop would go and deal with his mommy issues so he can stop projecting them onto Moniece, because it gets to a level where you're looking at him like, you're not even treating her with the same decency that you would treat a random person out on the street. Just no care whatsoever, as if her mental and emotional stability does not affect your son. And sweetheart, Lil Fizzle Pop, let me tell you, that was something very important that I heard Omarion say in his interview. Omarion refused to badmouth April because whatever is going on with her affects his children. Therefore, he's going to publicly show her respect. And April, I know that you have your feelings about Omarion. We don't know what you and Omarion have actually gone through. We don't know. But what I will say is Omarion has never publicly talked down on you, talked bad about you, disrespected you. Lil Fizzle Pop can't wait to tell people that Moniece is crazy. Okay? He can't wait to tell somebody that shit. So if you look at it, he's not even the same type of man that your baby daddy is. But because your baby daddy don't want no pasta, your crazy ass, now all of a sudden he's not a good guy. But if you actually look at it, both of these men have baby mothers that they don't like. And Omarion still treats you with more respect and decency than Lil Fizzle Pop has ever treated Moniece. That is a problem. That is an issue. And any woman going through what you going through with Omarion, who will sit next to a man while he does the same, if not worse, to his own baby mama, bitch, something is wrong with you. Okay? You act like you're grown. You act like you got sense. But this don't look like that. That's not what sense, common sense, decency, it's not what any of that looks like. What you and Lil Fizzle Pop are over there doing, sitting up there patting yourselves on the back and all of this shit for being flawed. But y'all, back to Moniece, because she was saying she got her little boy a cell phone. She don't know whether he turns the phone off or not, but she can't get in contact with him when she wants to. Then Lil Fizzle Pop not answering his phone. She don't know what's going on. But either way, that lady should always be able to get in contact with her son. And for him to make it so hard, to be so disrespectful, and like Booby said, to make everything that Moniece says about them, it is narcissistic. It's stupid, it's ridiculous, and you're not being the great dad that you claim to be when you allow your relationships to dictate your family dynamic. And that's what you do, because Monique says every time some bitch comes into the picture, Lil Fizzle Pop don't know how to act, and all of a sudden he's not the same nice, amicable, patient guy that he can be. And we saw that. We saw that when he didn't have a girlfriend, Lil Fizzle Pop was getting along with Monique a lot more than he is now that he's with April. And I don't understand why. Monique says that she's going to try to seek out some inpatient care for her depression. And I really hope she gets whatever help she needs so she can get herself together, because people downplay and they really act as if depression is something to play with. But why do you think people get on drugs? Why do you think people kill themselves? Why do you think people are alcoholics? Like, people are depressed. They don't have the wherewithal, the knowledge, or the access to get the help that they actually need, so they self-medicate. Okay? That's what people do. All right? And when you think about it, Lil Fizzle Pop, you are no different from Monique, because you have some deep fucked upness going on with you that you refuse to actually go and get help for. So you smoke weed all day and dive into April's life-size puss over there. I ain't got time for y'all. Booby said he gonna be there for Monique because he wants her to know that she's not out here alone. He knows what it is to go through depression. So he's a little partner to Monique, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, nigga. I don't trust Booby, so I just be kind of like, you know, Booby, I want to like you. But at the same time, sometimes I feel like you one of them niggas that act like they're a good guy, but really you flow. So the Immature Show, y'all. Prinky doesn't know if she will be able to deal with Ray J going on tour, because she feels like he's slipping back into his old ways. And we've seen everything that's happened recently on the blogs with them. They are, not back together. They haven't talked about counseling. They might still be in the same hotel in different rooms in Vegas for all we know. Either way, this will be a continuation on next season of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Yo-Yo, Mickey Monday, and Brittany B are seated together at the show. Yo-Yo got a distribution deal for the song. Okay, don't make me pull up on the grass at your mama's house. We're excited about it, Yo-Yo. We want to hear from you. I seen somebody in the comments talking about Yo-Yo needs to stay away from rap, and I was just kind of like, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Brittany B sees Zell, okay? Then she rolling highs and all of that. Meanwhile, him and his glittery, he got his little glittery do-rag on. Him and Paris come in together. They go sit down with TT and Nikki Baby. Nikki Baby got her ass out. I was like, oh Lord. But they call her Shanae. They're like, y'all see Yo-Yo and Shanae over there. I said, first of all, don't put Yo-Yo in none of this. Okay, if you got beef with Brittany B, leave it there. But don't put Yo-Yo in none of this, okay? And let me correct you. It's Key Low. Okay? It's not Shanae and Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo is the real person, okay? It's Shanae and Key Low. Get it together. Monique and Booby come in together, and TT was like, what's going on here? You guys king? And she's like, no, we're not king. We're just friends, and we're not friends like Lil Fizzle Pop and April. We're real friends. And Paris like, what's going on with them? Okay, because they're not at the show. We go over to them, and they having dinner like a little couple, and she asking him, can he see himself marrying her? And he's like, absolutely. If we together in another 5 years, I definitely want another baby. You know what I'm saying? So they talking about their future together, and he says that everybody is worrying about them, but they the ones that's truly unbothered. I guess that must have been shade to Omarion, because everybody says that Omarion is so unbothered. So he wants to let us know that they're the ones that are truly unbothered, and that he's laughing at us. Nigga, how you laughing at me? I ain't lose no bag over April Puss. How you laughing at me? Omarion headlining by a motherfucking self. You couldn't headline if you want to, nigga. You ain't got no music. Your ass can't sing. You can barely rap, nigga. What are you talking about? You laughing at us, nigga. We laughing at you. You better laugh to keep from crying. Piss poor ass nigga. We go back to Monique. TT is asking how is the co-parenting situation going with her. And it's just exhausting. It's been hard. She tells him about the phone situation with Cam. Booby says, they always turn everything that she says into she mad about our relationship. You know, so I'm guessing he's been there to hear some things that have happened. He actually didn't like the way they treated her at the skating rink. He thought that was flawed. So that's why he reached out to Moniece originally, because he wanted her to know that she had somebody in her corner that felt like they were up. And we appreciate you for that, booby. Oh, and did I forget to say that Fizz said he mad at J Boog because J Boog is on Moniece's side? And it's like, it's not about sides, nigga. It's about right and wrong. And you're wrong, brother. You're wrong. So A1 comes to the party. He's still wearing his ring in a tracksuit, I guess. Ray and Prinky ask about Lyrica. He says she moved out. Prinky confesses that she's the one that mentioned that Lyrica should move out, because when she moved out, that's when Ray realized almost didn't count and decided to do what he needed to do to make things right with her. So she thought they would have the same situation. A1 says that he wants to be with Lyrica. I said, nigga, I can't tell. Like, where? Where do you want to be with Lyrica at? Because I can't see it. Ray says, don't give up, fam. Don't do it. He already did. So, y'all, Ray goes out there and performs first. He performs, If I Had One Wish. He did tell us that LaShawn Daniels wrote that. R.I.P. LaShawn Daniels. Ray, can we talk about the fact that you weren't diaphragmically? You wasn't prepared, nigga. You wasn't prepared way up and through here. You wasn't holding none of those notes, okay? One Wish is one of those songs that you need to get up there and stand your ass still and sing, okay? We need you to either sing the song or get your backtrack and move around. But don't get up there and move around to the point where you can't actually sing the song. He was just saying it. I'm like, where's Brandy when you need her to get this nigga to sing these notes? Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like, get Brandy, get your brother. Because he wasn't singing, If I Had One Wish. Like, no, nigga, if I had one wish, where was the flow? There wasn't a flow, Ray J. I was disappointed. That's why you needed rain and shit, huh? Boy, whatever. J Boog says he and Lil Fizzle Papa family, okay, they'll figure out their issues. He might have been talking about Omarion. Child, I don't know. He said, you know, me and whoever I got issues with, we gonna work on that. That's gonna be all right. Everybody family, okay? A1 is giving Lyrica her space. Zell wants to focus on his business. Apple is working on the lingerie line. You need to be working on your sobriety, bitch, but whatever. Kay is working on her new family, you know, leaving out her son, you know, leaving him out of her white picket fence dreams and shit. Moniece is trying to find a program so she can get herself together. And Lil Fizzle Pop and April are unbothered and, like I said, laughing at us. Child, whatever. Anyway, that was it. That was all. I hope y'all enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one.